the ankle wobbled, which caused the knee to explode. So I blew an ACL there. I had that replaced. Then I had another incident where I did an event. You can look it up on the web, you know, Buffer blows knee at lip sync contest. I think probably the thing that's affected me the most is the travel. That's the way I want to work. I don't want to be an announcer, with all respect, standing still like this. With all respect to announcers, all the fine announcers out there. That's not me. If I had to announce like that, I probably would say, hey, I'm done. It's time to retire. I don't want to be that way.
Who are you and what do you do for a living?
Okay. I'm Bruce Buffer. I'm the voice of the UFC Octagon. I'm in sports entertainment. I announce many different events, with the UFC being my office. I heard about New Hope through UFC referee Dan Murgliata. We were just about to start a fight in the Octagon. He's like, Buff, I did this, it's incredible. You know, I'm feeling fantastic. You know, I have this injury, I have that injury. When he gave me Kevin's phone number, the first thing I did that Monday was text Kevin, let's have a call, and right back to me, scheduled a call, and we had a nice consultation for however long it took, and the rest is history. I've given 2 ACLs to my beloved UFC. I blew 1 ACL in the Octagon, announcing George St. Pierre in front of 55,000 people. Had a bad ankle injury the week before, and when I jumped back during the introduction with George, the ankle wobbled, which caused the knee to explode. So I blew an ACL there. I had that replaced. Then I had another incident where I did an event the night before. We had 3 UFCs in a row, and I was at a lip sync contest the UFC asked me to do, and you can look it up on the web, you know, Buffer blows knee at lip sync contest. I came out doing Rebel Yell by Billy Idol, and I jumped, and when I landed, I heard the same snap I heard in my right knee and my left knee, and then went to the doctor the next morning, got an MRI, and they said, you severed your ACL, you need to lie in bed for 4 days, rest, ice, relax, you know, rice. No go. I went into the 3 UFCs on 1 leg, you know, with a knee brace, and they're fighting, I'm announcing, I can always get it done. But I did not have that ACL replaced, and I lived without it, and it's been fine. But you feel certain things in your knee, and I know that there could be a lot of help with the stem cells. Shoulders, all the surfing, all the sparring, all the fighting I've done and stuff like that over the years in martial arts, it's taken its toll. It affected my movements. I'm looking forward to the fact that when I wake up in the morning and I get up out of bed and put both feet on the ground, I want to stand up and feel 100%. And that's what I'm looking forward to, definitely. And it's not that I don't have days where I'm 100%, because I have many days I'm 100%, but when you're used to feeling that way and suddenly you don't feel 100%, mentally it can affect you in certain ways. I mean, I'm for my age, I feel like I'm very healthy for my age. But again, we're dealing with father time, and you know, situations will happen. So I want to stay as strong as possible in the most natural way possible. I want to continue to move and work in the Octagon with the passion that I love to announce, you know, the turns, the jumps, everything. I don't know what I'm going to do till I do it. That's the way I want to work. I don't want to be an announcer, with all respect, standing still like this. That's not me. If I had to announce like that, I probably would say, hey, I'm done. It's time to retire. I don't want to be that way. It went a lot smoother than I expected. I mean, as smooth as can be. The fine nurse practitioner put me through the whole process. I didn't feel any pain. I didn't feel anything. And it was like, are you done? You're done? That's it? Really? Amazing. You know, it made it. I think that after my initial call with Kevin, I went from a questionable zone to such a comfort zone about what stem cell therapy is all about and the natural effect it can have on your body. And there's no way I could say no. You know, it was an immediate yes, let's get this done, let's do this. I want to be comfortable. When I'm dealing with medical situations, health situations, I don't want to be questioning things. I don't want to be skeptical about things. I want to be totally clear in my head and totally comfortable about what I'm going to go into. And that's how I feel.